Hello everyone, welcome to my presentation on how do cultural differences influence how students define happiness. My name is Jia Yuanfang. I come from Guangdong, Shenzhen, China. I graduated from the Guangdong University of Technology with a Bachelor of Business Administration, and my graduate major is Tourism Management at Hainan University and Arizona State University. Today, I want to explore an interesting topic with you. How do cultural differences influence how students define happiness? To begin with, I want to ask you a question. What is happiness in your mind? To myself, the answer is having harmonious and happy families, staying with those I care about, and reaching the destinations I want to reach. To you, the answer may be excellent grades at school, good friends, or even endless wealth. This question will be different for everyone, but to speculate why it is different for everyone, especially for people from different countries and regions. One answer is cultural differences. In the academic paper, cross-cultural differences in children's conceptualization of happiness at school, the authors analyzed the factors that cultural differences impact students' definitions of happiness. In the research, the authors used qualified method to investigate whether English children and Spanish children reported different conceptualization of happiness at school. The result of investigations shows that English children and Spanish children have different definitions of happiness. What cultural differences lead to this phenomenon? The answer is different between the collectivistic cultures and the individualistic cultures. In different cultures, the social realization and method of thinking are different. Their children receive different kinds of education and different loves from their parents, so the children's definition of happiness is different. As a country that advocates collectivistic culture, Spain paid attention to social harmony and investigate it into education. So, Spanish children conceptualize happiness as a harmonious atmosphere at school more compared to British children, who grew up in an individualistic culture, and they may prioritize personal achievements and autonomy. In other academic paper, a cross-cultural investigation into relationships among parental support for basic psychological needs, sense of uniqueness, and happiness. The authors mentioned another factor that cultural differences impact students' definition of happiness. From the research of Turkish students and American students, the authors found that parental support for basic psychology from different cultures also plays a significant role in shaping students' definition of happiness. In a country that considered more about individualist culture like America, parental support for basic psychological will have different efforts compared to a country with collectivistic culture, such as Turkey. And students have different definitions of happiness because of different cultures and different parental support for basic psychological. In conclusion, cultural differences significantly impact how students define happiness. The definition of happiness varies depending on cultural context, especially in terms of collectivism versus individualism. Students from collectivistic cultures prioritize social harmony when considering happiness, whereas those from individualistic cultures focus more on personal achievements and autonomy. Moreover, personal support, parental support for basic psychological needs also shapes student understanding of happiness. Recognizing and valuing diverse cultural perspectives on happiness can help educators and society in meeting students' needs and fostering their well-being and psychological growth. Thank you so much for watching my presentation. Have a nice day.